Gotta have that ice. All right, it's at the end of the road. You turn left, and it's like right here.
Okay, fast Davis.
Yeah.
What you put in Blood River?
No, honestly, probably just put in right here at Jonathan Creek. What's up? What's up, everyone? Good morning. Here we are. Stage 5. Dang, stage 5. The year is flying by. But man, we're in the home state, Kentucky Lake. Not like really close to my house, but we're in the home state. Can't complain. Only had a few hour drive to this one. And I'm really excited to get out there this week. Take you guys along for the practice. Like always, we get 2 days of practice out here. And it's June, first week of June. And Kentucky Lake is coming back, guys. It was in a bad funk, but it's really trying to make a comeback. Fish populations are rising. There's been had some really good spawns the past 6 or 7 years, and hopefully it shows out this week. It was once one of the best lakes. When I was in college, it's one of the best lakes in the country, bar none. So hopefully we can get back there or get back to it. It's definitely getting better. So hopefully we can figure it out this week. I think it'll take some good weight. But we're gonna get out here. Probably spend a lot of time in the driver's seat this week. We are on the TVA in June. Tennessee River System in June usually means a lot of idling time looking for those groups of fish out there. Maybe some isolated cover, but more than likely fish grouped up. So let's get after it, guys. Happy trailer. It's my favorite. They're still spawning. Here's the shad spawning in here. It's a little behind this year, usually this time of the year shad spawns done. But we've had a really mild spring, so oh my gosh. No wonder it hit it like a freight train. Barfish. Dark one. Like always, it's going down in the house footsteps. What the French? That's a vice too. Kentucky Lake may be back. You guys just pick her out of the water. I wonder if she'll let me hold her. Let me get her. We're running down the river and saw a little baby fawn out here swimming. I thought it was a log. And I spun around, little fawn here, and she's out here, no mama. Nothing. So we're going to see if we can just kind of herd her back to bank here. Trying to look for another deer. Just went for a little morning swim. We'll go grab her and pick her out of the water if she doesn't keep going towards the bank. Scoop her up and carry her over there. Swims pretty fast. got her pushed back over here. Hopefully this is where Mama is. Do it, honey. There we go. I like this white fawn, but yearling. Got her home. This is why, you guys, this is why we don't use pole tags. I'm about to show you. This right here. That's why we don't use it. That's from a coal tag, a puncture coal tag. Use those ones that clip on their mouth, not the ones that have holes in it. Does that to our bass. All right, guys, so we just wrapped up day one practice, and man, it wasn't that great. You know, I spent my time on the south end of our boundary. It wasn't great. You know, I found 2 or 3 groups of fish out on the ledges, and you know, had some bites up shallow around some docks and stuff. But all in all, it wasn't a great day. I think I'm gonna shift tomorrow's focus to up north in the northern part of that boundary, and hopefully yield some better results. So Brandon is. Breakdown. Suzuki's still with the Mercury's in it. What do you know? Alright guys, second morning practice here on KY. Day one, it was a pretty slow day all in all. Did find 2 or 3 groups of fish, schools. And you know, found some stumps, still had some fish on it. Honestly, game plan's the exact same today. I'm gonna run a few little deals this morning, maybe some marinas, some rocks, just see if there's an easy bite. We just go out so late, we're not lines until 7:30, and it's 6:30, it's already pretty daylight, but check that a little more, and then back to the driver's seat, idle around, maybe fish some stumps, but do a lot of looking for those schools. All right, guys. While we're killing some time idling here, you know, we'll talk about how to prepare and how to break down a lake for a tournament. You know, the internet is your best friend, really. There's so many resources: YouTube, Google, MajorLeagueFishing.com. There's just so many resources now that have past tournament results. Bait galleries, articles, it's endless. So, just becoming a student before you, even at this level that I'm at, I do it. I do it before every event. You can't always repeat history, but it can give you some familiarity, and when you see something, it may click in your brain to go
to go try this here or that there. It's just good to familiarize yourself with the lake and you know, the patterns that work at that place. You know, here I kind of had a feeling of what knew I was going to do. We're in my home state, you know, but Kentucky Lake is a totally new lake now compared to what it used to be. Like, even a lot of the old ledges, I'm not seeing them on, finding them on some new places. I've never caught them before. It's quite interesting. It's making it fun though. But guys, just you know, being a student, doing your research, and just indulging yourself is the best way to prepare. Y'all may be wondering what I'm looking at here on my map. Really, the main thing is bottom contours. You know, so depth changes or bottom hardness. So right here is a perfect example on our graph. You can see out here when it's a little softer return, we got soft bottom, then it kind of gets brighter. So that's hard return. They really want to sit on those harder places, and you can see on the map right here, we're kind of going down a little edge. This is the deeper water out here, and you can see the tighter these lines are together, the steeper the drop is. So just idling these breaks and keeping an eye on our down and side imaging for the fish is what we're doing. A lot of these places have current, and it breaks the current and washes bait up to them. So that's why these fish are sitting on these or using it as an ambush point to feed.
All right, guys, just found a little school here. I'm going to show you, let Luke slide over here so you all kind of know what we're looking for. But right here, we rolled over these, and you can see them here on down. I clipped the side of them, but look all out here. All out here, you can see them laying on side scan. So we're going to look around. I feel a little risky fishing these. Just wrapped up day 2 of practice, and man, that concludes all the practice for Kentucky Lake. All in all, it was decent. You know, I always say, well, I don't know. I mean, it was a decent practice. It wasn't great, but it's hard to know what you're on. It could have been a great practice. You know, I spent a lot of time behind those Lowrance units, you know, just putting hours on that, idle hours on that Suzuki. Literally, I bet I spent, if we had 24 hours of practice, I probably spent 20 of them idling. So, you know, I probably got, all in all, maybe 10 groups of fish, you know, maybe up to 10 to 12 groups of fish found. And there are some places where I saw only a few that I feel like the schools could continue to grow as they slow this current down. And we've, you know, had warm days and warm days. We got an off day. And this time of the year, they literally show up overnight out there. So, you know, hopefully some of these places will continue to improve. You know, coming into this tournament, I pretty much knew exactly what I was going to do. You know, Kentucky Lake, Tennessee River in June, you pretty much got to be doing one thing, and that is playing the ledge game. I could be shocked and surprised, and this could be one another way, but I just really think that you know, especially this time of the year when the fish are first getting there, they're fresh, they bite, and I just think that's how this thing's going to be won. So it's a Tennessee River, man. You can go from 0 to hero really quickly. Like, I'm talking, you can be sucking and catch like 10 to 12 scorables for 25-30 pounds in 20-30 minutes. Things can happen quick here, so I think that's the reason I'm so committed to that, is I know how quick it can happen. Even if you go through some lulls, you can time something up right and get them going and really make some hay. Got my lucky hat on. State of Kentucky.
Kentucky Lake, be good to me, please.